So here's another video. I thought I should take a break from talking about my art. I'll go back to that because I'm just gonna keep talking about it like constantly because I want people to notice it. But I also, of course, there's no subscribers, but anyone who's watching my videos anytime in the future might realize that I like to talk about a lot of things, not just that. And so I'm out here right now to do that, to talk about whatever. Because that's what I do. I don't know, it's one of the things I do. I do a lot of things. One of the things I do is I just talk endlessly about everything. Everything all at the same time sometimes. Like sometimes I wonder if there's a pattern in like everything. Sometimes I think I've seen it. And I think there is a pattern to our behavior. The Buddhists would call that the Dharma. And I'm sure every other religion has their own word for that. It's basically the pattern of human behavior, the pattern of emotional reactions. I mean, everybody placed in similar circumstances is going to react exactly the same way. I mean, in some situations. In a lot of situations, they act in very different ways. I just had to meditate there for a second. It doesn't matter. This is just a random talking video. Some videos I think I'll have a purpose to them, and they're the ones that are going to be titled. This one is just random talking, I guess. But of course, if I do get onto an interesting topic, I can cut that and put it into its own video. But I cut my own hair, by the way. I've already said that, but yeah, I cut it this way, and I like it. One thing that's really annoying me right now is this one right here. It looks like it's too long right there. I'm really obsessed with cutting my hair, getting it exactly the way I want it. All I do is, I'm looking at myself in the video. Dang, that sounded like a gunshot. It may have been. I don't know. It looks too long right there. Well, oh yeah, it is. What am I doing? I'm just like using it as a mirror and being all OCD about my hair. Because honestly, I think this started with a mistake, and I just tried to fix it. And I think I did a pretty good job. It's really hard to cut your own hair, especially the back. I got all this pretty easy. The back is really hard to cut. But I paid attention to what the lady at the salon does, and I just do exactly what she does. It's also extremely hard to position the scissors in a mirror. Sometimes I wish I was cutting someone else's hair. Then why would I be doing it? But like, if I could be someone else and cut my hair as another person, that would be awesome. I would love to do that because it's my hair. What if you could do that with virtual reality? God, that's a complicated thing to do. Cut your own hair as if you're standing up behind yourself. That's like... Yeah, virtual reality would work, but like you need to... It needs to be very accurate, and then there needs to be a robot behind you that copies your actions. You cut your own hair. That would be so cool if they had salons where you just walk in and there's a little like machine sitting there and you just sit in it and cut your own hair. It's like do it yourself. What do they call that? Do it yourself haircuts. Or it's like the automated cashiers at Walmart or whatever they're called. I don't even know what they call those. I bet someday they'll have that. That's really an incredible idea. That's what happens. That's what comes out of me. I have so many incredible ideas. I really do, and you don't see them all, obviously. I've got an entire book series universe in my head. Well, it's not all in my head, but a lot of it is in my head. I mean, I can memorize the entire, like, every story in it. I already have. It's just, I don't know how I've always been able to do that so well, but yeah, it's like in my head. And I go there from time to time and dig out new tunnels like an anthill. It's pretty awesome. I really love it. It's called SparkFlow. But I really hope someone doesn't steal that title. It doesn't matter. Like, in the end, it's going to be called SparkFlow. Even if I have to change its name for some kind of reason like that. I don't even think I'm going to, though. I think, like, no matter what, my books are just so good that I'll write one of them and give it out to the public for free. And then I'll have another one that they have to pay for. Because who's gonna buy a book unless it's, like, really good? People in my generation don't have time for books, though. People in my generation are, like, total slaves. And we can't do anything about it because our parents, like, don't understand anything except propaganda and their dumb little opinions that are, like, ancient. they're just too stupid. And then we come along. The only reason we're smarter than them is because they ruined our lives, and anyone who can look at it can see exactly what the problem is. The problem is that they're too stupid. They're stupid, and they let selfish people control them. Like, did I let selfish people control me? Not really. I can't help it. They control me, and there's nothing I can do about it. Greedy people, mainly. Among selfish people, the greedy people are the real culprits of everything. I'm not really like a pessimist. Maybe I'm a cynic. But I think the world sucks. Like, I think there's more bad about it than good. And we're always just like illusioning ourselves to think that it's a lot better than it really is. While we ourselves make it worse for others. And it was already bad. And then we go and have like 12 kids because we have no idea how overpopulated the world already is. We're just totally oblivious to what's going on underneath everything. And it's very obvious. It's right under our nose. It's like everything that we do, we can't see it because it's hidden behind a long process of generation. All of everything that we're enjoying in Western American society, it's really just illusions that we've set up in order to make ourselves think that reality is a lot friendlier than it actually is. I mean, I've got this little yard. I've got like 30 or 40 feet to move across. I can't see anything. All I see is walls and the sky and some trees. Of course, you can go other places. You don't have to be in your house. But can you really? No, not really. You have to live where you live. Like, you can go camping even, but you still live. You're tethered to your house. In the same way, space missions are always tethered to the Earth. Like, no matter how far they go, no matter how much self-sustaining stuff that they do, they're still going to be tethered to the Earth. I mean, what happens when the machine breaks that makes the other machines? They'll have to send a new one. I mean, at some point in the chain of things building other things. And 3D printers will be pretty useful. But it's just like, you can't have a thing like that fix itself. It can't account for all the different little things that go wrong, like rust over time, oxidation, corrosion, Where? Where? From the people. After a certain amount of time, the tether, the need for the earth will grow. I mean, you may be able to sustain it for a little while, but you've got to think in terms of the future. Like, a real self-sustaining thing never needs the earth again. You just, like, completely eject from humans, and it's a cool idea. I mean, socially it's kind of scary, but... And I guess you can do it in a sense that's not about space missions. I mean, you can abandon everyone, but you can't. You can't, because you're always going to be dependent on them for some reason. Now, can a person live off the grid? I think they can, but it's a lot of work, and it's like, you have to be living in the perfect place for that, and you have to have all this knowledge, and you have to have people helping you. I mean, it's like, you run your own farm, and it's got all kinds of different things, all the different nutrients for your survival. I mean, gosh, Americans think that all they need is meat. Just like, eat meat and you'll be happy. And all the other stuff is just like, it's like your plate is 90% meat and 10% like broccoli and carrots and corn. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't eat beef, but if someone serves me beef and I don't have anything else to eat, that's what I eat. But I don't buy it. I haven't bought it in forever. I eat chicken sometimes. I don't eat pork. And I eat fish and seafood. But I don't eat beef or pork. And I don't eat very much chicken. I did eat turkey for Thanksgiving. But, you know, that's also because it was served to me and I didn't have anything else. But, I mean, why would I reject it if you know, it's free food? If it's free food, I'm gonna eat it. Like, I don't even care what it is. It's also maybe a result of being kind of poor. Although a lot of people would maybe say that I don't seem very poor because I live in a nice enough house. But it's not my house, it's my mom's house, and I don't have anything, and I don't own anything, and most of the stuff I do own is totally broken. I guess that's what you get living in these days. Things aren't, like, built to last. I don't know. Yeah, it's not built to last. It's built to satisfy immediately and then die in a very short amount of time so that they make a lot of money. Talking primarily about my phone, my computer, my other computer. All three of them broke down. Well, this isn't even my phone. This one I'm using, and this recording, I don't have any cameras. This recording is with my phone. But it's not my phone, it's my mom's old phone. My phone broke. Just kind of wore out. And that's the same thing that happened to my computer and my other computer. you know, one was a laptop that I had for a long time, and it started getting kind of old and started wearing down. And so I bought a desktop. That's really good. But then it kind of just got trashed somehow. It just like stopped working. And for a long time I was just using my phone, not this one, the one that I own, or the one that I'm paying for. BlackBerry Priv, which is like a really good phone. And I hate phones that don't have keyboards on them. And yeah, this video is 20 minutes long, so I think I'm gonna stop it. But I'm probably not gonna stop talking to myself. Maybe I'll just record another one. Okay, stop.